This program is designed and produced by the community with the support of TV Cogeco.
Hi, welcome to this week's edition of Up to Date with Warden Peter Emon. I'm Bruce McIntyre from the County of Renfrew. Peter, this week I want to talk about something that really was, I'm not going to say ground setting, but it's one of the very few times that the council chambers at the County of Renfrew building was filled. It was capacity. It was something I hadn't seen. I've been there a long time. Endangered Species Act. And tell us your role, what the county did as far as facilitating this very unique meeting took place.
Well, we as county council members and the staff have been hearing from the various segments, from agriculture and from aggregates and from forestry and from the development industry. Look, this is really impacting on us. This is holding us up. It's costing us money, and we don't think anybody's listening to us. And so we thought, okay, they're asking for comment. Let's get these folks together. One of the ideas was if we got them together, then hopefully they'd all see we're hearing the same thing from all of you, and then we could probably work with them in a partnership, loosely formed, or an alliance, to start getting the message out to the province. And so we had the meeting, and it worked out really well. They came, they were respectful of the rules, they were very calm in discussing the problems. It cost them a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of frustration. And we got some good information, which we're going to share with the minister and the ministry in the next little while.
And what that meeting does, it was, from my perspective, unique. We had the business sector, we had all businesses there from all sectors. We had our local MPP, plus the other two party representatives were there. And so you had upper, lower, you had lower government, upper tier, and the provincial government, all together looking at the same problem. Now, the process is, submissions were made to the province. What's the next step?
The next step is we will be commissioning and putting together some numbers. We want to be able to say to them, it's cost X number of $1 million. Like we heard from the logging industry that was $1.50 to $2 a ton a cost to them. And there was some suggestion it's cost 200 jobs. So we need to nail down those numbers so we can go to the province and say, look, this is an economic issue. We understand that you want to protect the environment and look after the endangered species. We're all for that, but there has to be some reasonable expectations and reasonable deliverables. It can't be that you have to put a turtle bridge under a road for 2 turtles or 3 turtles. Yeah. That's just not economically smart. And we're thinking that they've gone a little too far, and rural Ontario has been targeted a little more harshly than downtown Toronto. And so we need to get that message out to them and say, look, we're willing to be a partner on this, but you got to treat us with respect. And we're hopeful that message will resonate.
Okay. And you mentioned the effects in the logging and forestry industry. The county was built traditionally on forestry, but unfortunately, global demands, international demands, we have seen the decline of forestry, but it's kind of spun off the emergence of tourism as a sort of economic driver for the county. And you were fortunate, you got to play host. Calabogie hosted a few weeks ago a great tourism conference. Tell us about that and the direction the county's going now.
Well, Ontario Highlands Tourist Organization, which was an initiative that the province of Ontario put together a few years ago, but OVTA here did a great job of going to the province on behalf of our local industry, tourism, and saying, look, you're lumping us in with the city of Ottawa and down through Stormont, Dundas, Glengarry, and over to Belleville. That's way too big. We're going to get lost, our message. So they had originally talked about, I believe, 12 regions, and they ended up with 13, and we're the 13. We're number 11. And so we're lumped in with a predominantly tourism area, which is over as far as Haliburton Hills, down through Lanark County. So it makes a lot of sense, the partners we're with now. And so our partners all got together at Calabogie Peaks. It was a conference. They brought in a speaker that talked about destinations and about marketing and sizzle and just a great exchange of ideas. Yeah. And so it was very valuable to me as a municipal representative just to talk to these folks at break and around the day, and then also to get someone who came in with some enthusiasm, some new ideas, and really pushed an agenda of, yeah, you're pretty good, so sell what you have and make sure it's a good experience.
Because with tourism, it really has emerged as, I believe, they're the second largest economic driver in the county.
Yes, it is.
And millions of dollars, hundreds, thousands of visitors coming to our region. And it's not just whitewater rafting; it's just everything. And so,
well, whitewater rafting. You've got you look at the museums as well that we have, whether it's on Base Petawawa or the Clock Museum in Deep River or Arm Prior. You look at Calgary Motorsports. You look at the golf courses that we've got all the way through from the Oaks of Cobden all up to Pembroke and Petawawa and down through Arm Prior. You look at the countless numbers of trails, whether it's the KNP or it's trails in the backyards of municipalities. You look at the boating and lake experiences around Madawaska Valley. So we've got everything you could possibly ask for. You throw in ATVs as well, snowmobiling in the winter, downhill skiing, cross-country skiing. So it makes a lot of sense for us to play on those strengths. And logging can play a big part of that as well, because there's a lot of crown land, and that's accessible to most people. And we can use the trails that they've used after they've left them for great trails for recreational opportunities. So there is some relationship there that we can build, and we can use the groundwork that, you're right, logging's been around for 200 years, and the county was built on logging, and there's no need to go away from it, but it can also assist us in taking another step and developing another aspect of our environment.
And logging, and we're not saying logging forestry is dead. Actually, a chance for you to toot the horn. We recently won an award.
We did. The Economic Development Department and our Forestry Department put together a website. It's called Ontario Wood Products, or no, Ottawa Valley Wood, sorry. And it brought together a lot of producers from basically the stump through to finished product, and they're able to show their wares on this website. And I was at the Ontario Forestry Industry Association meeting, and they were just raving about the website and the presentation that was made by the County of Renfrew. And it was a great presentation, and it's nice to see the local expertise being recognized. And
I should mention that through a unique partnership with Cogeco here, we've done some profiles of some of these businesses, which are linked to that website. So when you're at home, the website address will be displayed across here. Go to it, and you'll see an opportunity to meet and buy products from our local producers. You don't have to go to China or IKEA. They're right here in the county of Renfrew, which is great for the economy all around. And once again, those 7-8 minutes wrapped up just like that. So I appreciate Warden Emon coming on the show. We'll catch you next week on Up to Date. Until then, I'm Bruce McIntyre, and have yourself a good week.